Hey everybody, welcome back to my nightmare. This garage is like a bomb went off in it. Oh, what a mess. I'm having fun. This is OK Fixer, and this is the second part, there may be more, probably will be, of the race to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. And what I'm trying to do is put everything together on this so I can put the body on the chassis and take it down to the DMV, and they can do a VIN check on it. And as soon as they do a VIN check, they can issue me a title because I have all the title paperwork. Last part that we did a patch. First part we did a patch. And I sanded this so I don't have to kind of meet it into there, but I probably will touch it up a little more. I just wanted to see if I could, and I'll probably sand it a little more and find some different rust for it. So we're working our way, best way we know how, and I'm kind of going around this way. So what I've come to is I've come to the back glass, and I've come to the engine compartment, and the next thing I'm going to do is the engine compartment. All this stuff has to be done in order so you're not working backwards, and of course if I'm going to put the body on the car, it will be the last time I put the body on the car, and I will need to put a rubber in the front and a rubber around the back to keep the hot air from coming to the front. In fact, here's a little something for y'all to chew on. This right here, this whole unit right here, is part of the engine. No, it's not. It's part of the body. Hear me out. This keeps the hot air from going up, and it makes it draw cool air through there. So if you have a car and you cut this off, the engine, of course, the hot air, which comes out of the bottom, remember hot air rises, will be just sucked up into the fan and recycled. That's why the Baja buggies, if they're run around in town and stuff, they're not, they don't last very long because it just, or those Morgan cars, or those Kit cars, or those Manx buggies, or whatever. There's a couple of them that are great because they don't have any slots at all. They just have this big fiberglass thing, and all the heat just stays up there unless you're moving. Unless you're moving. If you're moving, I guess it's whole different. All heat goes away. So if you're moving, it's all right. But around town and idling and stuff, that right there is part of the engine because that keeps the heat from coming back up into the engine. Quite honestly, it is. Anyways. We have a couple of seals that I got, and I looked back and I remember Brother Brian, he gave me a new set of the little tar pads back here, and here's the old ones I took out, so we use those for templates. Now when I was impetuous, I yanked these wires out of this harness, so when we put it back together, before I put this thing, the tar pad in there, I'm going to have to figure out which wires go where, because I can't remember, and then hang the wiring harness and stuff. Also, mind you, see these nice little, these are, they hold the tar pad in place. And if you don't peen them over while you're putting that rubber in there and you slip, boy, it won't be a nice day. So we have to peen those over, so don't forget about that. You can bend them right back after you get done, but I'm going to put my rubber in first. So it's a little bit easier if you put your rubber in first and then put your tar pad on. Alright, first thing I need to do is I need to get a book and figure out that wiring. And so we're going to go there. I usually like to work Captain Obvious first. So this is the long one that I'm pretty sure goes to the light here. And if you look, it's a blue and gray, and this wire is blue and gray, and this has the new system of a ground lug right here, And it's brown, of course, you know, because brown is ground. So that goes, that'll go up here somewhere. Yeah, because it'll want. And they have also, they have the new system here, and it has 2 wires, a ground and the other one grounded on the older one's grounded on the, yeah, bad deal. Okay, now we got another one here, and this one's a little scraped up, but I'm not worried about that because it is a ground also. So I know that one, that brown one, is a ground. All the brown ones are ground. So that leaves 3 of them. That leaves a backup, which I know is the black, is a backup, and then the red and the blue. So the blue one is going to be, oh, the blue one's going to be the backup. So it's this one right here, and then the backup gets plugged into that. That goes through a hole in the, pokes out where your light plug, yeah, okay, gotcha. So we're good there. And then of course the backup light runs off the coil. If you look here, there's the coil, and goes to the backup light, and then just because I'd known that before. So the only 2 I'm really interested in is what do we got? Green and black and red and black. So green and black are going to go to the red. Red and black are going to go to the 3 of them there. Boy, is there 3. Oh, that one's already plugged in. Yeah, that one has not been unplugged. So we're good there with the gray and the. So the only ones we're looking at is the red and black and green and black. So the green and black goes to the red, and the red and black goes to the blue. So we'll fix that up right now and tuck that off. The book, man, the book. I worked on this for about an hour, and I finally got it in place. What I really need is some silicone. I tried soap and water, and I'm out of silicone. So for the other one, I'm going to use silicone. I'm not fooling around with it with soap and water. I'm just going to go buy some silicone. And realistically, I have to go and buy some contact cement for the headliner anyway, so it's okay. All right, I got that in there. Essentially, I went all the way across one side and then fought it and went all the way across the other side. And I used this gap here in the center as a break, you know, went all the way in one side, and there's this much left over, so I cut it off. I figure the lip is going to wrap right up around that, you know, it'll, like that. The lip from this one will wrap up around there. BR gave this to me, so we're going to put this up there. Now it looks like Charlie Brown's Halloween costume with all the holes in it, but what are you going to do? I had to punch 3 new holes in it because the holes that are in it are wrong. So this hole is for your wiring harness, your main wiring harness. This hole would be for your dome light, not dome light, license plate light. And this hole down here is going to be for your reverse lights. And you can see it has a little indentation right here where the wiring will kind of fit into. So let's get that fit into place, and then by the magic of the camera, you won't know it's the next day because I got to go get some silicone. Jesus Christos, what a yeah, my wow. Okay. You know, this kind of stuff makes you drink at 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay. This one wasn't too bad. This one, yeah, this one wasn't bad. This one here was a complete bastage. I think I had a time on the other one as well, on the 67. Okay, so what I did is I did this. I took a pair of pliers. Okay, first thing let me tell you, this channel was cheesed 7 ways to Sunday, bent and just a mess. So I had to straighten it all out the best way I could. It's probably why it didn't fit very well. And then what I did is I took a pair of pliers and I bent this up a little bit, all right? And then I used some silly ha-ha here and sprayed it all down. I slipped this one in all the way to here. Oh, I slipped it in. Yeah. Okay, and then I tucked the bottom part down in, and I pushed it with a screwdriver. All in, and then I beat it over, and I did that all the way around there, and yeah, it was a mess. Now, one thing I seen is I took, because I would think that this little, you know, the tray's got to fit in there, right? And I thought that, well, this little rubber piece would fit in there too. And I think I have it too far forward, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be fine. I don't have enough room over on this side though. I'm about an inch and a half shy. This one was too long, so I cut off a little piece and I stuck in there and put it in that channel. Now, if we have a gap, I'm going to fill it in with a little urethane, and it'll be fine. As long as there's no heat coming up from the top, and the urethane will last a long time, it'll be fine. You could use silicone if you wanted. Silicone would be fine. No, don't use silicone. And I don't use silicone on metal stuff because it just seems to rot. It has some kind of acidic base in it or something. And so yeah, this was not fun, but this is part of the engine. And if you don't have this, if you don't keep the heat from coming up, your fan will just suck hot air instead of sucking it from the vents. It'll just suck hot air. You know what's neat about that car right there is you can stand by the vent up front and you can hear this. You can hear it because it's all sealed in the trunk lid. Also, I thought I had a seal for the trunk and the engine cover, and I don't, so I ordered it along with the vents for the dash. So, what are you going to do? I can't really finish this. Also, I'm missing one. I can finish it, but not today. I'm missing one of the corners, so I'm going to use the old corner. The old corner will be fine. I got all the cheese out of the bottom. That's the major thing. I'm not really caring about exactly how this is going to look. Hence the holes. Yeah, you know, that stuff's not going to bother me. But it has to be there to protect the wiring. I can use the old one. The old one's fine, so that'll be fine. And before I put this rubber piece in here, I'm going to wheel this all with a wire wheel and shoot it with some clear. And that way I'm not spray painting my rubber. So there you go. All right, next. Let's remember something. Before, if I ever do this again, I hope I never have to do it again, but I might do it again. You never know. But I'm doing the same. I'm reenacting the same problems I had with the other car, and I'm trying not to. Trying to learn from them. But these side panels, they go in first because this thing fits over the top. Yeah, you know. Anyways, okay. So So I got me some clear. I did me a little spray here. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. And I'm spraying a little bit on that rust there. That's nice. I already knocked it down once. I'm gonna grind this in really good. There you go. Look at that. So you get the picture, okay? And then I'm gonna shoot the kind of the whole thing back here, and then I've got the little bumper. I actually got the little bumper. Okay, and then I'm going to walk away. Okay, I shot that and let that dry for a little bit. They don't look too bad. And no, I'm not going to paint it. I also cleaned up and shot around here too, where we're going to put this rubber in. And of course, like I said, I thought I had a windshield, or not a windshield, but a trunk and a hood rubber, but I don't, so they're coming, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, now next, I've glued this piece of wool back on, or felt back on, and I'm going to get myself some headliner material and set up my rack, and I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of headliner material, one to go down. First one, I think I'm going to make it long and tuck it up underneath there, and then the second one, the second piece, well, there's going to be three pieces here, is going to, I'm going to have it fold around, tuck down in here, and be folded on the edge and come down, and it'll have a little seam here. We'll glue that together, but it won't look completely terrible. Have to take out the wing windows. No, the quarter glasses, the pop outs, because I want to be able to reach in and pull my rope while I'm holding onto the back glass. The whole situation. Gee, I guess I should have told you, shouldn't I? Hey, there you go. What we're going to do next is we're going to put the back glass in, but we don't want to work backwards. We have to have this piece of headliner material, and that's got to be fixed. And in order to reach in and fidget with the rope, you have to have the quarters out. You don't have to. You can crawl in and out and in and out and in and out. And in. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So quarters have to come out also. All right, let's get going. A couple of things while I'm in here. As to not work backwards, I've taken this headliner down. First thing I did is I poked at it a little bit, all right, and I seen that it was supple. And what I mean by supple, it wasn't like parchment. Okay, and so I've taken this down, and there's a part up there where mice have chewed into it. And what I'm going to do is I've cleaned the nest out, and I'm going to put another piece up in there and patch it. And then there's this piece right here, right there. I'm going to redo that piece also, because it's a small piece and it's easy to fix right there. You know, you can just kind of flip it over and glue a new one on there. And plus the piece in the back and the piece down the side. And I'll fix those two. There might be another one over there I might just leave alone, but those two I'll cut out and I'll put a new one in. And the headliner will look fair. I'm just going to kind of cut those out, slip a piece up in there, glue it up in there kind of, and glue the edges, and she should look just fine. I mean, it'll be passable. It's not, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I can clean the whole thing up and it'll look all right, you know, with some detergent or something. And I got this piece of material. I bought it on, can't remember, eBay. I think it was $30. And it's like 2 yards long or something like that. A yard by 2 yards or something. So it's plenty of material that we'll cut from. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. Just let your inner Bob Ross flow, and you know, cut out a little piece, and we'll put it on there and think happy thoughts. And yeah. So get yourself a brush or or you know, whatever, and just kind of, yeah, it doesn't need it. Just think happy thoughts, yeah, and it'll be a beautiful thing, yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. That's nice. A little more. Oh yeah. And don't worry about it dripping. We can kind of fix that. We'll cover that right up. Show it just beautiful. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Get yourself some glue on there. And we're gonna get right up in that pinch weld there, right up in that business. And on the outside of that too. There you go, that's nice. Oh, that's beautiful. There you go. Okay, all done. No, you got kind of just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I think it's the fumes. Pretty sure. You wrap that around, give that a few little cuts like that, and then of course you can use your quick edge from your quarter glass, because you're going to buy a new quick edge. I am anyways. For my quarter glass. It gets shrunk up, and you know, has big gaps in it and stuff, so I'm going to order some quick edge for my, and of course you're not leaving this on there, it's just going to be there till the glue sets up on your material here. We'll have to straighten that out and rub it down and clean it up and all that other good stuff and do a lot of massaging. And of course the corner pieces that you cut from your corner pieces, they can be, guess what, used in the corner. Yeah, all right. All right, this is good enough for me. Those need to be cleaned up a little bit, and we will. There's still one in the front that I didn't address. I don't think I'm going to do that. The back here, I kind of tied it in a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Needs to be addressed a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Same with this side. I did this side will be the same. The patch up here needs to be cleaned, and this turned out okay as well. So we have our headliner shaping up, or pieces of our headliner shaping up. We just need to let those dry, and it's a mess, man. That contact cement is just, it's just oogie boogie, sticky, nasty, just, yeah, wow. Walmart for, you know, $6 or $5. I wish you could buy the quart cans there. I think all they had was pints. It's probably because it's COVID, you know. I mean, they don't sell quarts because of the COVID. Okay, so we're moving right along, and what we'll do next is we'll wrestle that gasket and the chrome moldings into the glass, and we'll put a rubber in it, or not a rubber, but a rope in it, and we'll be ready to snick that in the back there. And of course I've got ample room to pull and that kind of stuff. Got to get on Wolfsburg today and order me some quick edge, and the plastic covers are broken. I'm going to replace those. So okay, next. I've left the chrome in the rubber so I can make sure I know exactly where it goes. That way it doesn't get inverted and I try to put it in backwards or something. And it's a nice day out today, about 70 or so, and I have this in the sun, and the rubber is nice and supple and it's easy to work with. First thing I need to do is put this rubber on the glass, which is easier said than done. And that's why my hands look like this, is because after 35 years of this, that's what your hands will look like. So don't get into this business, okay? The little clips, they have a hook, and that hook is going to go in towards the rubber, like so. Get it in there, like that. And then you spray some silicone on it. And you can take this molding and start it right about here and slide it. I can't do it one-handed, so you can slide it until you get both of those up underneath. This got a little bend in it, and so does this one, but it'll be okay until you get them up in there. You come to about here, you won't. And what you do is just work around it, and you just pull it down with your thumb, and you push it at the same time. Your hands will hurt after this. I have a nozzle on here. In fact, this nozzle dates this rope because this nozzle's from Sikaflex, which is a German-made urethane, or it was made in Germany, now it's made in Sweden. And I used to use this urethane to glue glasses in, but they no longer make that particular nozzle. Instead, now they have a great big giant nozzle, so they can gun more urethane. Because, yeah, anyways, this dates me. This rope is from probably 87. I've had it for a long time. Anyways, we're going to start at the bottom. I don't use trimmer line because trimmer line is real thin, and when you pull, it'll rip the gasket, in my opinion. This is just me. So there you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that rope on there, and I'm going to put it up in here. This is going to be the bottom. I always start at the bottom because you got gravity working for you. You know, you put the glass in the pocket, and you're going to put this glass. We still have to take the quick edge off and let this dry a little bit more. But you don't hook the glass on the pinch weld. You just put it in the pocket. Okay, don't hook it on there. Just lay it in the pocket, and then you can put your hand over one edge and pull, and she should come right in. This rubber gasket seems to be working a lot better than the West Coast metric gasket, so we'll see how this one goes in. This one here was a West Coast metric gasket. It took me 3 times to put it in. It was a giant mess. I also got, remember, I had glue all over the place. So before I do this, I'm going to tape this all up, because this paint isn't fresh, beautiful urethane clear that it's just going to wipe off. This is old dead enamel, and that carbon black is going to sink right in there. So I'm going to try to tape that up the best I can before I go and put that glass in there, because that sealant's going to get everywhere. That's what I'm using to seal this, and I'm just going to put a little bit right on this edge right here, right where that rib is. That's what I'm going to do. And then, of course, so it doesn't make a giant mess, I'll seal the glass between the gasket once it's in the car. So it doesn't make a giant mess, I'm going to tape this up, because that carbon black will just soak right into that paint. I've sprayed the body down with some silicone. I'm going to let my rope drop inside, and I'm going to just place that on the pocket, and I'm not going to get it in the pocket. I'll even it up. Good to wear gloves. Now, sometimes she moves. That's nice hitting me in the face. Let's see if I can reach that. Yeah. Well, she's starting to move now. It's back down there. I guess I don't have a hook tool. Okay. So I've kind of come out over here. But I'm going to see if I can't pull it. Get it coming again. It's hard for me to pull because my arms don't work that way anymore. You can reach in with your hook and kind of elbow it in a little bit. I think she's moved over quite a bit. So much crap in this garage, I'm tripping over it. There she is. Got a little spot right in the center there. That my rope wasn't quite in. Come on. Gotta hook that a little bit. There she is. There she is. That's what I'm looking for. This one, I say it is. I could be wrong, you know. But it seems to be going easier than that West Coast metric job. The Wolfsburg rubber seems to be going in a lot better than the West Coast metric. Well, let's have a look at what you got here. Yeah, I gotta fix a couple of spots on the headliner. That's not bad. That's not in there at all. Right there. Give that a little hookage. Well, that's a whole lot better than that West Coast metric job. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to put a stick in there and follow it with that tube, and I'm going to put a bead of that sealant between the glass and the rubber also, so we have sealant between the body and the rubber, the glass and the rubber, so it'll never leak again. Have to fix the headliner in a couple of spots, kind of pulled, but we can tuck that. We'll do a little tuckage, and she'll be okay. But the main thing is this isn't ever going to leak again. It might be how cold it was, it might be how warm it was, but this Wolfsburg gasket, it sure went in a lot easier than the West Coast metric gasket. So yeah, buy your Wolfsburg ones, they're easier. Okay, this is it for this video in this segment. We'll get this done and cleaned up, and then we'll start working on the front. And that's going to include the steering column, a new windshield, the vent pieces, all the hoses, glove box latch, rubber for the hood, drain hose, electrical, lights, antenna. That's about it. But all that needs to be done. Get all that done. Oh, I'm going to take the wiper motor out and give it a what for. So instead of having slow and slower, you got fast and faster. Yeah, I'll show you how that's done. All you got to do is grease it. Alright, thanks for watching my channel, and hope you all have a great day and stay safe and keep positive. See you guys later. Bye.